All right, you're welcome to today's session. We are going to go ahead and last, I don't know if you have been following us from the beginning of this particular heel process, so I need you to just follow us on. I know somebody's asking, how did you know where to place it? Of course, I'm going to be showing you as we continue in this video how I was able to locate where exactly to position this. So I'm sure you can see what we have right here. Okay, so I'm just going to pick this part of the design now and put it in. Like I said, I'm still going to show us how I finally positioned this, how I was able to know that, okay, if I pick this, it will perfectly work well. I'm going to reduce this, and then this, you want to ensure that it's sitting properly well. Now, I intentionally use size 40 shoe last for this person. The length of her foot is actually like 38, but she has a very wide feet, so I have to use size 40 so that it was perfectly size her. So that's the reason you are saying that the shoe last is longer. The shoe last is longer, so I think I need to talk about that. Feel free to use adhesive to hold yours. It's not like it's compulsory. I just find this faster, especially when I'm running a tutorial like this. Putting the gum and waiting for it to dry takes a longer time with the video tutorial. So let's see what it looks like. Now, if you look at it, you'll find out that it looks so slant. See, if you don't make it slant, the smallest toe of the person will be coming out here, and it can be very painful. So, and I don't want to really bring it down too much at the same time. In short, looking at this, I don't know if you can observe this one and this one, it looks like this one came out more. If you look at this, it looks like this one came out more. At the same time, it looks as if they are the same spot. But at every point in time when you want to last design like this, please ensure that this does not come out. This is supposed to be out so that it can hold the weight, you know, of the foot. That part is really very important. So I'm going to try to adjust this downwards a bit just to make sure that they are both at the same spot. Let me put this in back. It's better to do it right inside it than outside it. It's just a small push, just small. Now, this is the disadvantage of using glue, because if you are not careful, so I'm going to just bring it down a bit, just a little bit. Now you can decide not to allow your own design to have this shape. You can decide to just make it a rectangle that, you know, it has all this attached to it. It's not compulsory that you use like an open toe design. I just find out that this, like, it looks slant here, but it looks perfectly okay on the foot. You can imagine me bringing this down. It will be, it's not going to be looking okay. It's not going to be looking okay. And you want to make sure that you consider the toe of the person, the smallest toe here, because the beauty of this design is that it captures the whole toe. Yes, it captures the whole toe. This first one needs to capture the whole toe. So the next thing to do is just to go ahead and then do all of our bottoming. Yes, lest I forget, I think I remember I said I was going to show us how I position this. Now there are two ways to do this. I've taught us one of the ways in one of my tutorial, and I showed us how you can use your foot. I think it's one of my live stream. I showed us how you can use your foot, you know, to position where, you know, to pick the right position when you are lacing, to make sure that you are not picking the wrong place when lacing. And then for this one, I'm going to be showing you my fingers. You can actually decide to use your finger. Now, this will only work if you are using an open toe design, like the kind of open toe design that I use. Let me show you what I mean. Like this kind of design. This is what I used. Now, you can decide to actually make your own straight and make this one too straight if you so desire before you curve this part of the design, because that's what is supposed to happen. I've taught us how to create open toe design, and I don't think I should be going into that again. So when you create your open toe design, all I did was come to this side and cuff it down, and then I removed this other part from the old design. So that was how I got this. I'm sure you can see it. Can you see? That's how I got this. So if you don't want your own to go like this one went up, you can decide to slant it and make it this one straight. You understand? You can decide to make it straight. And then you can also decide to do the same thing here if you don't want it to be this wide. So it means by the time you make this go straight and this one also go straight, it will be smaller. This front part will be smaller. It might not be applicable. So I'm going to suggest that you use the feet measurement system that I have taught us on this channel. If you don't know what that is, I'm going to encourage you to stop missing my live sessions. Stop missing my live sessions. Stop missing my live session. Most of our live sessions are on Thursdays, 3 p.m. Nigerian time. Stop missing it. So what I'm going to say is, as far as the pattern I use is concerned, you can place your fingers this way. Then you'll be using, can you see this part of my finger? Now, everybody's finger tends to be different, because I know some people have challenged me about using finger, and that some people's finger are longer, some are shorter, whatever the case may be. Whatever the case may be, when you finish positioning it, can you just try and put your feet? I know somebody will say, but the shoe is not my size. It may not be your size. Don't fix the other part of the design. Don't fix this part yet. Just by the time you just hold this down and hold this part down, insert your feet into it as if it's yours. Even if it's shorter, this is not my size, but immediately I want to pick positions like that, I use my feet very well. I use my feet. So all I need to do is to position it the way I explained during that live session. Like I said, stop missing my live session. So when I do that, it helped me to be able to locate the most appropriate points to use when I want to lace and ensure that their toes are not coming out. It's always very painful. I keep repeating this. When you wear this kind of heel and your smallest toe is coming out from here, it's always a serious pain. So that's the reason I prefer to use my feet to position, especially when it comes to heels that are straps. Tiny straps such as this. This is not even up to 1 centimeter strap. So I know that I have to be very careful, so that it will be comfortable on the feet of the customer. So I would just suggest that you place your finger just like this. You can see this is the first part. You can see where my finger is. This part of your finger. Now you can see this part, the upper part of it. Use it for this part. Come to this other. You can see my longest finger is at the middle. It's at the edge here. Make sure it's at the edge. Don't let it come out. No, let it stay. Like is close to the edge. Like that. Then you put it. Now if you look at my fingers, you'll find out that this leg is actually what? The right leg. When I turn it this way, I didn't bring this hand and put there, because I know so many times you make such mistakes. You now put this hand. If you put this hand, do you know that there's no way you can have the same result with mine? So you can see that I'm putting the appropriate hand, because if I turn it this way, this is the way the leg is going to sit on it. You understand, on a normal circumstances. So place this way. You can see what I use here. And then you come to this side and use this part, exactly this part. Now this is also going to be very much applicable when you are creating strappy designs, like you are creating a strap that is about 1 centimeter, and then you want to last the front part. If it's going to capture the biggest toe and the smallest toe on the feet, then it means that you have to consider this kind of positioning, or else it will not capture it. It will not capture it. That's why most times when you are using very slim strap, it tends to bend. It's not straight. You understand? It's not straight. So I hope with this you will be able to create your own pattern. I've taught severally. Go to my channel and go and check open toe design. I took time to explain all of this. Like even for children, you will see open toe design. The process is applicable to both adult and children. And I think I've also taught adult as well. Yes, I've taught adult as well. So if you missed our live session, go and check. If you should be able to catch up with it, so that you can continue to learn. Don't overlook whatever you see as the title, because what happens is that sometimes while I'm teaching on my live session, some things come to my mind. I just share and explain, so that you will not think, oh, I already know this one. There are some things that at the end of the day I talk about that I did not even plan to talk about. It was while the live session was going on, it just came to my mind. So I believe with this you should be able to last this beautiful open toe design. This is also open toe. It's just that it has some unique, interlock straps attached to it. I'm still your shoemaking made easy tutor, Odirole Mojibola. I'm going to see you next time. Bye.